Ever any doubt that this was going to be your decision?
I think once the year got towards the end, I feel like just me and my family kind of talked a lot about kind of what the next steps were. We really didn't start talking about it until after the season because they wanted me to stay focused on the year and how that went. And that was kind of the best thing for me, just keep that distraction aside. I felt like it was just in my best interest for me personally to go ahead and declare after this season.
Kicker.
Keegan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Beyond your family, who else did you kind of lean on to make this decision, and how did, maybe Coach McCaffrey help you along the way?
Yeah, no, him and the rest of the coaching staff were just really big influences on me and my decision. They felt that I needed to think by myself and honestly talk with them about the best way to go. And he's 100% invested in me and what I need to do for my future. He's behind me 100%. That's all I could ask for from him.
John Bowenkamp.
Hey Keegan, congratulations. Are you kind of glad to have this now out of the way? Did you feel a little bit of a sense of relief now that you kind of made this decision?
Yeah, I think there's obviously a lot of talk about it just during the season. From that standpoint, I felt like I really kept my composure and just focused on our team throughout the season really well. And I think it's kind of like a monkey off your back. Now I can just focus on getting myself better as a player and be ready for my future.
Owen Sebring.
Keegan, could you have ever imagined being in this spot a year ago, looking back? I mean, it's been a pretty meteoric rise from where you were a year ago to now being a guy who's potentially getting talked about as a possible lottery pick.
Yeah, for me, I feel like it's just a credit to hard work. I feel like hard work can really take you wherever you imagine yourself being. And this was my dream growing up as a kid. And I just credit that to my parents putting me in the best position possible to succeed, and obviously my brother pushing me. Our battles one-on-one and things like that. But just seeing this last year, I felt like I had a chance to do something special this year. And yeah, it's a great feeling.
Scott Docterman.
Yeah, Keegan, congrats. Have you signed with an agent, or do you have an agent picked out that you plan to locate?
I plan on signing with the agency pretty soon. I don't know about all the details just yet, but I plan on signing pretty soon.
Pennington Smith.
Keegan, congrats on the move.
Thank you.
I know you just declared, but just kind of looking ahead, do you have plans as far as where you're going to train for the combine? Are you going to stay here? Kind of what are going to be the next steps for you?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to figure out first where I'm going to sign, and then just wherever I have to go to train for the combine. And get myself prepared for that first, and then obviously the workouts and meeting with teams after that. And my main focus right now is just getting myself physically ready for that next step.
Keegan, did you ever see any of the mock drafts that are out there, that you're projected as a lottery pick? How did you avoid all that,
Yeah.
and how did that influence your decision?
Yeah, I really just the whole season I kind of just put social media aside because I knew that was just going to be a distraction for me. Just with my name out there a lot more than it was last year. So I kind of just got rid of that for this season. Didn't really focus on that, but obviously you hear it from your family, your friends, and people around you talking about it, and reporters as well. But it's something I try to avoid as much as I could. But that just knowing I have a chance to be a high draft pick, I felt, and I was in a good position for myself to have a good opportunity to hear my name called on draft night.
Mike.
Do you think Chris is poised to make the kind of leap that you made this season?
I think Chris, he's gonna be a special player here. I feel like you saw that a little bit this season with his performances against Purdue and Indiana especially. I feel like he's just scratching the surface of where he can be. I feel like he can lead this team. He can be a great contributor on this team and kind of be the focal point of this team. And I know that he'll be ready for that next season.
Owen?
Yeah, I had another question about Chris. I mean, next year, is that going to be tough not playing with him? Unless he surprises us and he declares for the draft next week. I mean, this is going to be one of the first times in your career, I imagine, that you haven't had a chance to play with him as one of your teammates.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be ready. I mean, obviously you have to go away from each other at some point. So we're 21 years old, so I guess this is an opportunity for that. But no, he'll be ready. I know that he kind of wants the ball in his hands more than it was this year. So I think I have nothing but confidence in him.
Kennington?
Keegan, you've referenced several times on this call about wanting to prepare physically for the next level. What goals have you set for yourself, maybe physically or even areas of your game that you want to improve on before the draft?
Yeah, for me, it's obviously maintain my strength, getting stronger, putting on good weight, and just trying to increase my athleticism from this year to next year. I feel like over the past couple of years, I've been able to kind of help myself physically in the off season, and that's just another thing that I'm trying to do this year is just improve in every area. And then on the court, just try and make my game better than it was in every area. I feel like I can get better at anything. I'm not even close to where I think I can be. So that's something that I'm just going to try to do in these next couple months.
Steve Batterson?
Yeah, Keegan, what are you most proud of that you've accomplished over these past few years at Iowa?
I think for me, it's just seeing the team success that we've had from last year, being up to number 3 in the country and holding a top 10 spot most of the season, to playing with the National Player of the Year last year and just seeing that, and then this year kind of just capping it off with 26 wins, second most in program history, and then winning a Big Ten championship. I felt like just seeing that and just seeing how I feel like I've impacted this program, I feel like has really affected me over these last 2 years.
Back to Kennington?
Keegan, kind of looking at the NBA, I don't know how much you watch the NBA day to day, but are there any players in the league, current or former, that you study or kind of want to model your game after, see a similar career arc for?
Yeah, I feel like for me early on, I'll be a guy that will do whatever is necessary for our team's success, and just kind of fill that void. I feel like I'm a guy that can space the floor, stretch the defense out offensively, shoot threes, catch and shoot, play off the dribble, play in transition, and just do whatever is necessary for the team to win. I feel like I really shouldn't compare myself to anyone, but for me, it's just being myself and playing and doing the things I know I can do.
Mark Freund?
Again, congrats. You've been overlooked for a large portion of your kind of basketball career here. How do you now prepare for the attention that you're going to have? Obviously not going to be in that overlooked position really anymore.
Yeah, it's just stick to myself. I mean, a lot of guys can get big heads and feel the pressure of whatever it is, but I feel like I had pressure on myself this year just to succeed, and I feel like I did pretty well with that. So for me, it's just, obviously I'm going to be a professional, so I have to be a professional about whatever I do, on the court, off the court, and I feel like I'll be ready.
We have time for 2 or 3 more questions. First, David Eichel.
Keegan, it's been a pleasure. Congratulations on the decision.
Appreciate you.
To kind of bounce off Kennington's question, who are you most looking forward to playing against in the NBA?
Yeah, I think it's obviously the big teams, just all the great players that are in the league right now. There's a lot of good players on every single team, really. It's the NBA for a reason. It's one of the highest leagues in the world. So for me, it's just going up against the best players each and every night, showing what I'm made of, knowing that I'm supposed to be there, and I know that I'm supposed to be there. So for me, it's just getting the opportunity to be able to guard and defend some of the best players.
Last call for questions.